Hi, people. This is Nettie again. This is going to be a testimony that I want to give. Besides the time that I caught the sepsis, and out of 3 people that caught it during that year, I was the only one survived. The oldest one, because, right now I'm 63 years old. So that happened in 2009. So imagine I was kind of elder compared to these people that they were in their 20s, Besides my polio, besides the osteomyelitis that I also caught because of the sepsis, God gave me a good spirit. Yes, He did. He gave me a good spirit. Why do I say He gives me a good spirit? Because I don't feel, I call it rebellious. I don't feel nothing against God. Thank God for that. And I always know He has my back. He has my back. Many people that works, and could actually buy a house, can't, at the end, they never buy a house. They don't have enough money to buy a house. I was able to get a house totally free in an area that you got underground water, that you have a lot of fruits around you, and I call it fruits and veggies. And I usually produce the ones that they don't have. So I do that, It's like very little people have eggplant, or lettuce. Those things they usually buy in the store. But today I want to give a new thing that happened to me. Last week, remember I said that I was going to buy some dirt and some nutrients for my plants, but I couldn't. Why? Because the money that I saved up, poof, disappeared. And I know that my daughter didn't take it. I know that my husband didn't take it. I know the people who's around me didn't take it. Besides, it was in my bedroom. Nobody goes to my bedroom. Visitors don't go into my bedroom. Just close family. And I was going, my God, that was to make the videos. I know that, to many people it's not important doing videos, but to me it is. Because it's a therapy for my mind. It took me out of the depression. And if I get a little depressed, I go to my plants. And I see the beauty that God puts there, and it makes me happy. So, and yesterday I did a couple of things that I'm going to put up in the video. And something told me, I was looking, I said, I know I left it under where, I got my computer. There's it's like a plastic thing. You pull it out and you put things there, books, papers, whatever you want to put. My first top one, I always put my things there. And I knew I put the money there. And I'm going, but how the heck did it disappear? And I said, well, maybe, my mind is not that, because of the sepsis, I forget a lot of things. So I started looking at all my drawers, and start throwing out everything. So in that drawer, I had some boxes of insulins, and I keep them because then you could ask for them. So I don't have to look for the RX number. So what happens? I threw that out in the garbage, because I figured that if I threw the garbage can, the bedroom garbage can out, and it was there, it's gone. So I didn't figure this was going to be there. So what happens? I go to because I eat, potato chips and stuff, and I put it in there. But, they get it fills it up fast. So I said, let me go and throw this out and clean it out so I could have a nice clean garbage can. When I went to throw it out, I decided, something told me, check in there. And I'm going, check what? What? I said, oh, my money. Something's telling me to check my money. Where is it? But I'm going, okay, I'm going to check, but I don't think nothing's going to happen because really, but I'm going to check. Because when I get those feelings, do this. And I knew that I don't know if it was a dream or God was trying to demonstrate me, but I know that it was rolled up. I don't remember rolling it up, but I noticed that it was rolled up under that drawer. So I said, okay, I'm gonna check God. So I start throwing out paper by paper. Since we don't put toilet paper, none of that. We just put napkins. When you dry your hands and potato chips and all that kind of stuff. So I started taking everything out and checking out as I throw it out. There's these boxes of insulin, for insulins, and I said, and tell me, check it in there. And I checked the first one, there was nothing. I checked the second one, and to my surprise, I looked at it. I said, can't be. It just cannot be. When I looked, apparently the how you call it, since it was rolled up and in the corner, and me moving everything around all the time, it went inside that box. And the Lord showed me that it was in that box. And when I looked, I started praising God because I said, how can this be? And thank God that the thing was full. And sometimes the kids come and they throw it out and this and that. And luckily, it was my time to throw it out, because if I would have let anybody to throw that out, then it would just dump it there and the $25 would have been gone. So I just publicly want to give thanks to God because He has been so good to me. So good to me. I can't complain, As a disabled, He has helped me out a lot. He gave me a home. Right now, if He wouldn't have, I probably would have been in the street, because everything is getting so expensive. You try to pay this and you owe that, and you live by check. It's very hard to save anything. So I do it, I try to save nickels, dimes, this, that, either I turn into bucks and then I use it for my plants, or I go to the mall that they have right here in Caimito, and I go there and I change it and then I buy my things. That's what I did the last time that I got the flowers and this plant right here. My lettuce, they go on tonight. I got tomatoes, so I'm going to see if I make a salad. So anyway, I want to just thank God. And people, don't lose your faith. Don't. You know why? Because a lot of people say, that's not true. God don't exist. That book is just, the Bible is just a book. To me, it's not. I don't believe that God, just because, like over here, they say that if you paint yourself, you go to hell. If you watch a movie, you go to hell. If this, you go to hell. They're always putting hell, 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 hell. If it was like that, nobody is saved. Nobody. Because you can't get saved that way. But Jesus Christ died on the cross for us, so that that's not the way it's going to go. This is for killers, baby killers, adult killers, drug trafficking, curses, those kind of stuff. Being drunk, is another thing. In the Bible says, like you have, how you call it? You have the word that it says drunkards, the one who drinks a lot, I don't know, I always said that the wine that God talks about is real wine. He didn't say grape juice, he said wine. But that wine, you have to be responsible. A little cup, okay, There was a prophet, he drank it for his stomach. That's not bad. I don't drink either way, so I don't like, I don't like feeling, the wine. I don't really drink. It's very rarely, like before. But after I got sick and came out, I haven't drank. So, people, be faithful to, believe in Jesus. I'm not saying believe in pastors. You gotta see what it is, because you gotta have your eyes open. And a lot of pastors, all they're doing is preaching God. If you don't give to God, you're not going to go to heaven, and give my church money and this and that. Give me your land. Give me this, that. No, that's not what Jesus Christ did. When I was in the States and I was younger, I had my braces. I used to work with crutches and braces. I used to preach. I used to preach a lot in the churches. And they always give you an offering for preaching and this and that, and you could have it, because they say it's whoever work is they're supposed to get paid. But anyway, I'm not saying it exactly the same way, because I read the Bible mostly in Spanish, so it's very hard for me to translate that. But I never took it. They used to give me the offering, and I will give it back, because I told Jesus, if I don't need that money, I'm not gonna take it. Because I was doing it to small churches, and they would say, "But why are you doing that?" I says, "God told me to give it to you. Have it. Pay your bills." And I never took it, because my mother used to take me to the churches, and she didn't have the money. I used to pay for it, because I used to get SSI. So with that money, with the SSI, my mother used to work. Also, I used to give up, because they told me I had to give my mother some money, for living there, for the light and water and stuff. So I did it, I did that. And I call it, every time I used to say, nope, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. And one time I say, well, I got to preach tonight. I think I'm going to have to take it, because I ain't got no money. And, my mother was tight too. So, she's only alone, paying all the bills. So I said, well, I think I'm going to have to take it. But I don't know. Something strange happened that I look at my drawers, to go and take a bath. I pick in the drawers and, see if I need the socks, whatever I needed. So I found $5. And I thought it was enough to give my mother to at that time, to put some gasoline in her car. So what I did was I gave it to her. And I did not take it, because the Lord provided. So usually that's what happens when you really, really love Jesus. You don't get rich on it. Like a lot of pastors do. They get rich. And they got the best thing. And they ask those elderlies out of their paycheck to give them more money. Because the Lord said that they have to give more. And that's not right. I don't, you got to learn the word of God, so you don't be tricked into all this stuff. So anyway, you do have to pay, a certain percent. I think it's a 7 or 10. I don't remember. But anyway, I know you have to pay a certain percent. But after that, doesn't say you have to give more. And a lot of pastors are really making people poor. So I have left a few of them. There was one lady that preaches here. She started going, "Oh, Jesus is going to give me a plane." Why the heck would she have a plane when Jesus Christ didn't have those luxuries? He is the example of what we are. He is the example of how you got to be, have a humility is what they call it. Be humid. Whatever they call it. But you gotta be, sincere. You gotta be noble. That's the word, noble. I knew I was saying something wrong. You gotta be noble. And how you call it? You can't just think about, okay, now I'm gonna go to a big church. Like I have seen pastors that they leave the little small church. They say they're gonna retire, and then you see them in a big giant church with a big giant people. And they say they love Jesus. No, they don't. Because who do you need to help? The little ones. The big ones got money. What the heck? The little ones. And it's a shame. It's really a shame. Because in a lot of situation here, especially the church, the majority of the church was disappeared. I have a few churches around this area. Nobody showed up to see if we were dead or alive. That's how it works. But I don't really care, because I got Jesus Christ. And in Jesus Christ provided us throughout the whole time. My uncle will bring me water, say, hey, you need water? And he will bring me, hey, they gave me I got a box of water, and he used to give me, half of it. Sometimes I used to say no, because, I got a filter, and after the water came, I said, no, don't worry. And I used to send them, gallons. So that's how family works. That's how you get united with the community. Some of them don't get, united. Like the ones who had all that junk fall on my side and they never pick it up. But Jesus Christ, he's good. So this is my testimony. I don't really talk a lot about religion because I know a lot of people, have different religion. So, but, oh, by the way, but the lady that got the airplane, she got a big giant church. She got Hollis and David. She got good clothes. She got everything. Jesus Christ will be taking care of her, and I stopped listening to her. I don't listen to people, to you pastors, that all they think about is money, 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 and give me a car and give me this and give me that. Why don't they ask that person who doesn't have a car in this church because they're poor, Jesus, give him a car? That's what you got to do. Don't get always says me, me, me. Give it to the poor. There's a lot of elderly people here that they make only $200 in Social Security. Help them out. So to me, that's out of the line. I don't go much to church because of my condition and because I don't see that the church is doing their thing. And until I don't see a church that does his thing, that really thinks about the poor and really wants to work with the poor, I'm there. So, and God bless those pastors and those churches that do help the poor, that do worry about their community, that do pray for their community, that do anything to help their community. That's how it works. And they're not filling their pockets. They're not going in fancy cars. They're looking with a 3-piece suit, looking all good. That's what we want. A nice, gentle pastor. Around here, I haven't found one. But if I ever do find, I'll do my best to go back to church. In the meantime, I listen through the church, through the radio. They got good preachers there. And, since my condition, I can't get inside cars that good. I go out very little bit. So, but the God knows my heart. He knows that, that I'm sincere with him. I don't play games. I know my faults because I ain't perfect either. And I had told my Lord, no, God, I know my faults. But I've been trying to do better every time. So, saying this, God bless you all. And hey, keep the faith up. And when bad things happen, when this happened, the first thing that I felt like doing was curse. And I said, no, you're not going to make me curse, you devil. So you know what I did? I stopped looking for it. I stopped looking at it. Yesterday, I didn't even look for it. And today it appeared. But I said, no, I'm not going to curse. I cried to Jesus. I said, Lord, that's my only money. That's for the plants. Help me, Lord. And he did. Thank you, Jesus. So this time, publicly, I want to give the Lord an applause. I don't think I do a lot of the, preaching type of thing because, I don't know, I don't like to get into the thing about people then, tells you off. And, I don't mind if they tell me off on when I talk about politics. But I have a lot of respect with the things of Jesus, and I don't like it to be in somebody's mouth saying bad things about him. I don't. So, that's all for now. God bless you all. Until next time. Bye-bye.